We teach people how to treat us. Dr. Phil McGraw. When I was about 4 years old, I remember going to the store with my dad, and on this particular occasion, getting more than I had originally bargained. To bargain means to make a deal. For some reason of which I don't remember now, he was in a pretty big hurry. Maybe he had some sort of a meeting to go to, or was just simply ready to get back home. Either way, he was in no mood for the typical 4-year-old's department store shenanigans. Shenanigans are a person's jokes or tricks. I'm sure that you've seen young children in the store before, and their greatest desire is to go to the toy section and get one of them. I was no exception. I had asked my dad if he could buy me this certain toy, and he told me that I could get some candy at the checkout as we were leaving the store. Unfortunately for me, I had my mind set on getting a toy, and candy just wasn't going to satisfy me. Now keep in mind that I am the runt of my family. At my current age of 35, I'm about 5'8" and weigh about 180 pounds. My dad, however, is about 6'2" and weighs 250 pounds. Now imagine this same size man compared to me when I was 4 years old. Despite the extreme size difference, I jerked away from him and confidently screamed, "If I can't have what I want, I don't want nothing at all." At this point, I'm sure you could have fried an egg on my father's face. Now, my dad doesn't get angry very often, but when he finally reaches that point, it's a scary sight, and I had just thrust him into that position. He put down all of the items that he was carrying, and the fact that he was in a hurry became a long-lost detail, because at this point, he had much bigger fish to fry. That is me. He gently picked me up, took me outside, where his initial tranquility means a relaxed atmosphere or state of peace, and Sangfroid disappeared. Sangfroid means coolness under pressure. And he proceeded to give me one of the most memorable spankings of my life. There were several times growing up that I thought my father was literally going to kill me. This would be one of those times. I will never forget that day. My dad had taught me a very important life lesson. He clarified that it was completely unacceptable for me to go somewhere with him and for me to yell and scream in an attempt to get my way, and that he wasn't going to allow it to ever happen again. Luckily, I was a quick learner, so this was the first and last time that I ever acted like that in a store with my father. Even though it wasn't a pleasant experience, I'm a better person today because of it. Imagine how much harder my dad would have made his job of being a parent if he had placated me and essentially rewarded my behavior by buying me a toy. Now sure, I would have immediately ended my tantrum. A tantrum is a loud show of emotion, and it probably would have provided the peace and quiet that my dad wanted in public, but it certainly would have been a short-sighted benefit at the expense of a positive, long-term attribute to my character. So the take-home message of this quote would be, only accept the best.